get started with a discussion today about the same theme that we left off talking about last time, the idea of fame, and investigating that and thinking about who is famous and why they're famous and what fame is. And today we're going to start that discussion using an exploding atom. This is an activity that's just all about your personal opinions about statements that I'm going to make.
There are a series of DBI strategies that are particularly useful called active discussion starters. These are a collection of strategies that really get at diverse understandings of a concept or idea.
Just to refresh your memory, if you agree with the statement, you are going to come closer to the middle. If you disagree, you're gonna move out to the outside. Okay, so if you agree, you're going to go in the center. If you disagree, you're going to go outside.
The great thing about Exploding Atom is that students have to participate. They have to engage. You put out a statement and their job is to give you an answer. So however they position their bodies is an answer.
Try to find your yes space. So we're all clumped up in the middle, and a yes, I agree. Maybe we would all be here for ice cream is delicious.
What you've just done by creating this close yes circle and this kind of no circle is you've created an individual continuum for each student.
Now, what if you kind of agree, but you don't fully agree?
Halfway?
Right, you could be halfway. So you can situate your body anywhere along your spoke from the center, yes, 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 to the outer, no, 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 anywhere in between.
One thing you really want to think about when you're creating statements for Exploding Atom is creating open-ended statements that have a lot of shades of gray. So you want to be able to access everyone's experience so that they can make sure that they fit somewhere in that statement. They have an opinion about that statement.
How do I keep the questions in such a way that they are going to want to participate, but not so challenging that they'll feel like giving an honest answer is risky? They're either going to be laughed at or the teacher will judge them in some capacity. So it's got to have this distance to it that allows them to engage. And sometimes that's done by not writing an I statement, but a kind of generalizable statement.
Thinking about this concept of fame that we've been brainstorming about, I'd like for you to respond to this first statement on your individual continuum. It's easy to be famous.
When you're facilitating Exploding Atom, it's also great to repeat your statements a few times and wait for your students to move because they're processing that statement and they really need to think about it for a moment before you can expect them to express their opinion.
I want to hear from Soup over here. What do you think?
I was on the outside of it. I was disagreeing that it's not easy to be famous because people expect so much from you and it takes a while to get up to that level and then it's just easy to go back down, to be forgotten.
The next statement is that famous people are happy. You agree?
Not all famous people are famous because of good things. Some of them are famous because they did atrocious things.
So you bring up a really good point, the idea of infamy.
It's interesting because you can have an entire classroom making a choice and taking a stand. Instead of having one person at a time, you have an entire classroom that is 100% engaged, and not only are they engaged, they're also observing and looking around. It fosters this sense of community.